They changed the time in UK, guys, Raji? Or how you doing, my friend? They changed 1 hour back. Yeah, we changed in 4 hours and 4 weeks. I hate this time of the year. I don't like winters. I'm a Caribbean guy. I was born in the Caribbean, and I live in Miami, so nice weather all life. I hate those winters, even though we don't get winter in Miami. The less that we see here is 40 degrees. That's the good, same with Cuba. I don't know, my friend. I tell this to you. I like the snow. When you get in, you stay there for 2 or 3 days and you get out. I've never been in England, so. Yeah, we're planning to do a seminar right there. I know. Okay, guys, so it's 2:08. Welcome everyone to another week of trading. Should be a very interesting week, in my view. Should be a very, very interesting week due to the fact that the market is getting very interesting. And we did all the charts over the weekend. As you guys know, we don't carry the bias, and we have to let you guys know one thing. Everything is possible with the dollar, meaning that the dollar can go to a new low, or meaning that the dollar can break higher. Now, as a trader, there are some times when you need to figure it out and say, okay, these times right now are the times, in my opinion, when you don't hold buyers. Times when you don't trade on daily, on weekly, and you should care less what those charts are telling, because they are not telling nothing. The person that comes to you guys and say, I'm a dollar bull, that person is wrong as wrong as the person that comes to you guys and say, I'm a risk trade bull. In my humble opinion, nothing is defined. And that's going to be part of the seminar today, show you to you guys all possible avenues that the dollar can take. And that's what we're going to do tonight. Okay, we're going to start with the most bullish count in the dollar, and we're going to let you guys know what support that idea, which pair supported, which pair are not supported. Now, this is the most bullish count on the euro. On the dollar index. These are our weekly charts. In this chart, you can see, you count that this right here is the end of the wave 1 with 5 swing, and then the dollar is doing a flat when you have 1, 1, 2, 3 A, 1, 2, 3 B, and a nesting to the upside. The nest has not been denied, but it's not looking good. I have to tell you that, guys. It's not being denied, but it's not looking good. But at the end, it still can happen. If you take a look right here, as we covered before, sometimes creating a base or a bottom sometimes trick many traders. So my advice to everyone is treat the dollar from the more aggressive dollar bulls and declining, but you got to play the small time frames. Now, this is the next. When you have a flat, and then you have 1, a flat 2, 1, but like we mentioned yesterday on the video, if you put this, if you present this, and this is the next, 1, 2, 1, 2, there were 111 days. There was a period of 111 days from 111 days from here to here. And the market has erased those 111 days. 76.4% of those 111 days have erased it in 21 days. That's very bearish. For those people that use indicators like stochastic, you guys know that that's based also in time. And what it's telling you here is that the stochastic went from that, let's say that you put it in, like the stochastic, let's say in the monthly, went from here to here, from the high to the low, and went to the high here. And now it's going lower, but it's at the 70 or 80%. You know what I mean, Isa? I know you understand pretty good the stochastics and all indicators. That's what this time-wise is telling you, that 111 days were erased in 21. That means that most likely the trend keeps being to the downside on the dollar. I don't say take bias. I would say, wait, look, this is the time. It's the 22 weeks it took from going from 72.40 to 79.83. And in 3 weeks, have erased almost the whole move. That means that this is a correction most of the times. The same right here, look. You see, when the market recovers in corrective wave, there is no speed. The movement, they are very slow, and that's why they are corrective. When the trend appears, they are fast. Now, I'm not saying that the market cannot turn higher here. I'm not saying that. That scenario is still possible. Now, I'm going to tell you guys which pairs and which scenarios they are supporting the next in the dollar. For the new guys, a next is this. Like 1, 2, and then right here, let's say that he's doing 1, 2. Many traders do not look at the weekly and the monthly chart. And I tell you the truth, these candles on the weekly basics, they are very bearish, in my opinion. Look, it has erased all this move almost completed right there. Now, let's take a look. This is the next. The next is calling for this scenario higher, and the breakout on the dollar to the upside. Now, what is supporting the next? It's very easy. The next is to be supported, first of all, by cable. When cable is in the weekly triangle, and then you can see within cable that we are on the E wave. Now, cable should respect this trend line for the next in the euro on the dollar to be possible. A print about this trend line is going to take away the nest, in my opinion. Now, if the dollar is nesting, then on the euro dollar, this is the count. When you have a triangle B, when you have A, B, C, A B, C, D, and an E wave. And then if that's the case, the euro should find resistance between 144, 143.50, 145.29 before trusting lower. That should be the scenario in the euro. And then if you take a look at the S&P, is this scenario when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 way back, and then the S&P is going lower. That is the scenario if the nest is in place. I want you guys to understand, if the nest is in place, that's the scenario that's going to happen with the major indices around the market. Now, a second scenario is this in the dollar. Any questions so far, you can write it there, guys, and we're going to answer. And the second scenario in the dollar is this one. That we are in an ending diagonal. And that's very possible, to be honest with you guys. That scenario is very possible. That the dollar, and I like it like this. And I don't know if you guys have the chance to get deep into the weekly day. And I like it like this because going very deep into this decline, we find out this, that the low right there, this low, is the 1.618 of this one. All right? Very interesting. We find out that from here, this high is the 3802. And this low, this move is in 5, and this move is the 1.618 inverse Fibo of this wave 4 right here. Also, we find out that the high here on the dollar is the 3802 of this proposal wave 3 to the pit, right? And then from assuming that this move is like it is right here, we can come to the conclusion that if this is the top of wave 4, this can be an ending diagonal. And then within the ending diagonal, we have a well-defined wave 1, a 2, and then it needs to be seen if this is wave 3 or you need another low to complete the proposal wave 3, or you need right here A, B, C, W, S, A, B, C, Y to complete a wave 4 into the ending diagonal. Isaac is a great waiver, just send me the charge, and this is what he's trying to say, that we're going to get like a double zigzag into wave 4. That's what I'm trying to explain. Sorry, Isaac, if I presented, but well, I know it's no problem with that. So this can be another scenario within the ending diagonal, either from here or with another high. Now, which pair is supporting that? That scenario is being supported by the Norwegian krone, which is a very, very indicator of the dollar move. Look. One second. The Norwegian krone is showing a perfect diagonal there. Look, you got A, and then you can go both ways. I'm presenting both the bullet and the Norwegian krone is almost to very close to invalidate the next. And then if you take a look, you can make the case, and I don't know if you guys notice this, that, and the reason that we're presenting this, the Norwegian krone can be doing two things. If you take a look right here, the high on the Norwegian krone right here is the 50% retracement of the whole move. So either this is A, or this is the whole wave 2, or this is A, and then you got A, and then you got a W here, S, A, B, and C as a double zigzag. If you take a look at it, the high that we have in September was the 50% retracement also of the previous move. So it looks like the Norwegian krone is going to come to break this low. It looks like, unless it get one of the avenues, like I think that is not nesting. I mean, to be honest with you, but well, what I'm trying to say is don't play any of those scenarios. So that's the nest on the dollar. And another scenario that is possible in the dollar is this one, guys. I know that many people do not follow this chart. But if you take a look at this is the dollar scenario. When you're going to get into is the same onto here, but instead of the diagonal, what's going to happen is that the dollar is going to be sideways for a long period of time. The dollar is going to be sideways, and then the dollar did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and trusted lower before any recovery. Now, how the euro is going to play with these two scenarios? If the ending diagonal is the one in place into the euro, most likely this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen if the ending diagonal is going to play in the euro. The euro is going to go around 150, 152 before dropping. And then you got a labeling like this, WSY. This is W higher degree. You got a 3 back to the 618 of this one, and then now you got a W back, and then the euro is going to trust lower, like either in a three-way or the euro is going to trust in a flat C-way. But seeing the dollar, if the dollar goes into the ending diagonal, the dollar is going to recover in 3, which means that the euro most likely from here is going to do another 3 legs down. That's another scenario if the ending diagonal for the euro. Now, this scenario is the chart that I've been saying that many of you guys have not seen it. And the message of this is, guys, no reason to have a bias in the dollar. This scenario, let me take the labeling here. Let me show you guys something. This is the euro in 1971. Look, A, B, C, a W, S to the 618 of the first 3 legs, and then you got A again, and then to the 618, to the 50% of the previous legs. Most of the people, the only chart that you guys see on the euro is this one. Now, this also can be a leading diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like every leg is in 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. When you got 5, and then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. But this can become either in a B-way triangle, or this can become in a triple zigzag when you got A, B, C, W, S, and sorry, in a double A, B, and C. And that's what we say many times, that don't get surprised one day to see the euro about 160 pretty soon. And people don't want to believe us because everyone have the stupid dollar long bias, in my opinion. Now, if that scenario is in place, what we are right now is in a B-way triangle, and that's supporting the B-way, the wave 4 triangle in the euro. And that's the only thing that this is going to do is move sideways, driving every retail trader crazy in this war. So I believe that one of the 3 scenarios is the one in place. At this stage, I got to tell you guys, don't care about that scenarios. Play the small time frame chart until the market decided which way he wants to go. Now, this scenario on the euro goes with the dollar in the wave 4 triangle. The scenario when the dollar is nesting goes with the B-way triangle in the euro. And the scenario when the dollar is in an ending diagonal can go with a flat in the euro. So, like I say, nobody knows if the euro gonna go from 114 to 180 at this stage. So don't lose your sleep about it. Trade what is clear now, which is the wave 4 on the dollar coming to the 5. You have 200 picks right there that we should get it. That's why you should concentrate. And please, also, I recommend it. I'm going to put it right there. I know and I feel it when that everyone is a dollar bull. When it's like that, please don't get those emotions in the room, because that's affecting good traders that there are no dollar bulls and things like that. So S&P. Now, very important that I want you guys to look at it. Cable, like I say, cable is supporting the big wave in the euro with the nesting in the dollar. A print about this trend line is open the gate in cable to 177. And then you have ABC here, 3, and then you have ABCWS, and then going higher to the equalist that comes around 177. So nobody knows about it. This is a big way in cable. It requires already the minimum. You don't have reached even that 137. You guys know for experience now. In my book, I like the big way goes to 50, but well, as you guys know, sometimes doesn't happen. So keep that in mind. Now the S&P also have a different scenarios. If we are trading based in the idea that the top is right here at 1370, and we see 5 swings, so that's why our favorite count as of right now is S&P topped, euro in the big wave triangle, dollar nesting as of right now, cable in a triangle. But we know, and we've seen around for a long time, that nothing is clear at this stage. Now, S&P can have discount, A, B, C, A flat B, A, B, and a C, believe it or not, looking from around between 1400 and 1500. Believe it or not, 1438 can be in place. These two legs right here, they were equal to the pit. This is a flat. You can see the 5 swing here. And then this is 5-way here. So don't get surprised to see 1436 in the S&P. That's going to take the euro to 152 if that's the scenario. As of right now, and I'm repeating back and back and back, my favorite count is the dollar nesting, the euro in the big wave triangle, cable in a triangle, and S&P with the top. That's our principal count. But we have everyone knows what is about it. Nothing is clear on the weekly, on the daily. And that's why we have spent 30 minutes explaining to you guys all 3 scenarios. And we presented every scenario in that weekly chart. Now, let's move on now, before we get there, let me show you the euro index. The euro index is supporting the scenario when the dollar also is nesting. Why? Because as you guys know, or is supporting the dollar nesting or the euro to 152. The euro index is not supporting the dollar in some degrees to the new low or the euro about 160 in some degrees. This is the euro index on the weekly, on the monthly, I'm sorry. And you can see 3 ways here, 3 backs, 1, 2, 3. Now, the euro index, we are counting in the idea that is doing 3, 3, 3, 3, and it's going to do another 3, like a 5 swing from here. But the euro index also can be doing it 3, 3, 3, and a cycle being ended here. Now, if you go to the week, to the monthly right here, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are under the impression that the euro index is correcting the move from May 4 like every asset. That's the idea that we have. If you take a look right here on the weekly, this is what we believe. We believe that he's correcting this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's why we've been saying that the euro to 109.50 for the last month. And guess what? Guess where we are? The high right here was how you doing, DV? The high right here was 109.07. So we are pretty close to the target. Now, like we wrote on the overview last night, it doesn't look that the move in the euro trend is completed. Now, it looks like it reached the 50%. Now we have to look with the 110 area is very important there, and extension 112. But you need to go step by step. What I mean is, don't run before you work. Nothing in this world, zero, is saying that the dollar is going to get strong. You need more data to get a bias or a position either in favor of the dollar or against the dollar in the dailies and the weekly charts. Now, we are still holding the bias when we believe that the dollar is going to get strong, but it's a bias within three different scenarios. So the message also is that I care less what the chart is telling you. I just explaining to you, but we believe that more weakness within the dollar is going to happen. Now, let's move on to the dollar chart for the second in a small time frame. Any question, guys? You guys can ask it there without any type of issues right there. There is no gap, anything. The market have no move today. One second. Because now I need to switch easy in for a while. Okay. Like I said the other day, this is the US dollar in the 4 hour. I don't see that. It's in, no, it's 141.46 at the moment, Reggie. I don't know what you're seeing that. There is no gap. There is no gap. No. I just refresh it. There is no gap. What? I don't see it. I don't see any gap in anything, and it's in. Well, doesn't matter. Now, I'm expecting 141, 147 in the euro tonight. Anyway, so this is the US dollar index. Why we still favoring the idea of either the double zigzag of the next? Only one reason. Because this area right here. That's why we're still holding a bullish bias in the dollar. Why? Because this is it looks like a triangle in the middle. Triangle cannot be a way to. Now, if it's the ending diagonal, do not need to be an impulse to the downside. But again, don't worry about it now. All you need to worry about it is this, that if it's a triangle, it comes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then from here you have 1, 2, you got a 3, and the dollar is either in wave 4 of 3 or wave 4. Me and DV, we went pretty deep on, it was the euro, DV, right? The euro on Friday. And it looks like can be the case that the wave 3 is done, in my opinion. Can be the case that the wave 3 is done. If that's the case, and then you're going to get a little deeper correction, but at the end, this move from here is no, this move from here is not done. That move is going to look for 74.20, 74.10 area before the market is going to decide where we are. Now, the 1 hour in the dollar showing the same. If the triangle is the triangle, then what happened? You got 1 in regular 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Only have retreat 23%. Now, why we are presenting this count another one with a 1, 2, 3? Because we want to be aggressive. We want to be on the trade. That's why you see that we took a long on the euro dollar, even though I know that we can be negative 50 pips. But you need to, in order to catch this move, you have to be a little bit aggressive. Because if not, you know what happened. Unfortunate, sometimes happening. But this is corrective, and more a print below 74, 73, you can be sure that that's going to happen. Now, that's for the dollar. Now, the oil. It's very weird. I don't getting a gap or anything in this signal. Oil. That's weird. Sometimes happens that those brokers provide, because remember, those are brokers. They provide a rate, and signal is not a broker. Sometimes happens, and then sometimes happen. It's weird because the rate that we use is a composite signal. In other words, there is no brokers on it. Well, maybe it's, I don't know. No, knowing this is signal. You're going to see the other one. This is signal, I always get it like this because I'm getting this is signal for a USB, only the charge, not directly. Follow me? If I want a data to be right, I have to go right here and do preference and connect and put password, all the stuff. Well, oil. Oil have two different avenues, either one. You know that there is 5 ways here, 3 backs, and I see minimum oil to 97.40. I see minimum oil to 97.40. From there, the market needs to decide. All the way around is A, B, and this being wave 1 of Z, and then 3 backs. This is a very deep correction in oil. And then nesting. But well, I go with it. Like I say, we are operating under the idea that the dollar is going to battle with either 1 low or 2 low. Then from there, we want to see what happens. That's still our preferred count right there. So that's for oil, but the message is that the idea that we see that oil have more outside, this can be a triangle. The idea that oil having more outside is confirming more weakness within the dollar. That's for sure. Now, copper also trade very strong last week, but it's in 3 ways. Look, oil trade, we are operating under the idea that this is W on copper. And now we are in the S way. And then we can see A, B, and C. I want to see copper around 38.05 before start drawing conclusions. This looks like a very deep wave B, and this looks impulsive. So maybe copper, I don't know, because also I see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I can subdivide this in 2 swings and maybe see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So technically, like DV is telling me there is a gap at 392, and it looks like the market is going to feel it right there. That's a very good point, David. So, but it looks like a flat. This is a very deep. But remember, guys, like we said yesterday, everything in the dollar is, in every metal, is in 3 ways. So I want you guys to keep that in mind, and that's the message. That's why we've been saying that. Don't worry about now daily and weekly. Take your grounds. Don't pick a bottom in the dollar and operate. Still, I believe that there is going to be more risk to come, and I see the euro higher. I see Aussie higher. At least one more time. At least one more time. From there, you need to reset, wait, and then attack the market. That's for copper. Now, let me get back to the regular chart a little bit right here. It's a very interesting market. This week we have, a lot of data and higher risk events. We have the non-farm payroll on Friday. We have the only news, to be honest with you guys, that I pay attention is the non-farm payroll, ECB decision, and the Fed decision, because I see those news making huge swings. The rest, I don't even care about it. And I have the 3, I believe, this week. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But I think that was also DV told me that there was the 3 events happening this week. So we should get some definition. But like I say, the dollar can go from being king to be a very destroy and poor guy, because nothing is denying any scenario in the weekly and the daily time frame. Now, I'm going to show you guys the Aussie. Aussie is very interesting. Very interesting. And I see a lot of people that are coming late. I recommend it to all you guys to watch the beginning of the seminar so you guys can see everything. Now, let's start with the New Zealand first. I see it there. It's the same. New Zealand, you can have. New Zealand is telling me something here. Let me start with it. Related to Aussie, New Zealand is lagging. But the only bearish scenario right here was that New Zealand was in a flat B wave, like right here, when you have A, and then you have A, B, and you're going to drop in the flat, strong drop into the C wave within the flat. That's the only scenario possible that I see in New Zealand, bearish. Now, if you go to the daily, what you got from the top? 1, 2, 3 swing. Remember, we were expecting another low in both Aussie and New Zealand, and I was denied it. When that happens, we tend to adjust accounts and forget. No, with me, I get back, and believe it or not, sometimes when I do the weekly updates, I go over every video that I've done for the week and the previous week, weekly update. So I can refresh what I was seeing at that moment, right? Now, I say that on purpose because this can be a 3-way. You can count 7 swing if you really want. And that's the only bearish scenario in New Zealand. Otherwise, new highs coming. And then you got one, a flat two, and lower. Like I say, nothing is clear. That scenario is still possible, but it's still more outside. That's the message. Now, but you can see, this is the Norwegian, 1 second. You can play the O one. You remember this one, David, right? It can be possible. You have A, B, and you into the C when you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and the diagonal. This was our primary count until we saw the second drop pretty hard, and we switched it. But we were expecting this for a year to happen, so not clear which one of the two is. I believe, like I say, the risk is there to be bought at the beginning of the week, and then you let it run. But in the case of the euro, it can go from here, it can get back to 134 after at least one more high. It can get back to 134, or he can go to 152. I don't say it's going to go to 152 in 1 week, but it's not clear. All right? That's the message, guys. Now, Aussie, look, Aussie's telling me a lot of things. This is Aussie. And you guys remember the same scenario at this market are amazing. Amazing. This drop in Aussie was pretty hard. But if you open this, let me put the candles. If you open, all you need to care now is this, right? Now, this is a weekly candle. Like the same with the dollar. 111 days has been erased with 21 days. Look, how many weeks right here? You say it took 11 weeks to drop. In 3 weeks, have erased 11 weeks of gains into the dollar. Now, if you take a look at Aussie from the lows, that's why we were expecting a wave forward. You guys remember, right? We were expecting a wave forward. But the same thing, we were expecting a wave forward from here. We were thinking about a flat, and at the end, maybe that wasn't the case. But look, from here, how many swing you see? 1, 2, 1, 2. In other words, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So don't get surprised to see Aussie to 114, even to 121. Don't get surprised. It labeled better like that. If you point it out, look, this is the 3802 of this tree, and this is close to the 3802 right there. Don't get surprised, guys. Believe me, do not get surprised to see Aussie to a new high. Do not get surprised. It's very powerful, and like I say, all depends. The market is at the age. Either can become extremely bullish, or either can become extremely bearish. The other count in Aussie is very, I'll be honest with you, it counts better as a bullish count in the dailies and the weekly. The other way around is that this is a top, and then you have to go small. I mean, I see this wave 2 going pretty well with this one, but this is the weekly. Look, this is the highest read on the RSI, and another high without divergency, with divergency. So it can be both ways. Now, if you take a look, this is a 3 ways all you have. The next out of the question. Only play is like a New Zealand, a flat. But the way that he has passed about the 618 is telling me that it's at the line of the last line right there for the bears at the 76.4. Otherwise, it's going to go higher. 114, don't get surprised in Aussie. That's what I say, and that's what I've been explaining, that at this stage, holding a bias is a mistake. Why? Because if you take a look at Aussie and you go on the small time frame, if you go in Aussie to the small time frame, look, you can label it. We went very deep also on Friday. And like an A, a B, if it's a triangle, it's corrected to the upside. But like I say, this can be a nest. And I've been saying this since last week, that I see many triangles becoming nest. So if you take a look at the RSI in the 4 hour, it erased all divergency. I see count people labeling this. It can be an extended 5. I see people labeling like that. Usually an extended 5, you don't get divergency. But no matter what it is, from here, it looks like it has more outside. And that's when you need to concentrate as a traders, buying the risk. Aussie still can be, this is a wave 3, and Aussie still can be within wave 3, because if it's a triangle, the move started here, and it hasn't reached 1618 into 3. So, like I was telling DV again, you can have two scenarios. Either this is 1, 2, and this is the 3, the 4, and you're going to get an extended 5. Wave 3 from here was a little bigger than, because in my book, one of the three, wave 3 needs to get to 1.618 of 1. And if it doesn't get it, I guarantee you, expect a wave 5, extended 5. Because wave 3 right here is bigger than 1, so wave 1 cannot be extended. And then, if that's the case, expect a wave 5 extended in Aussie. But I don't know. I think that maybe we still are within the wave 3 to reach 108, going back and forth and going higher, like the dollar, like the euro. That's why we're still favoring those scenarios. All right? That's for Aussie. Now, cable also is very interesting. What we're spreading in cable. Look. From here, we're spreading cable to finish at any moment the wave A of a double zigzag. When you have A, B, C, W, S, you finish A, and this wave 4, this wave B is going to be the wave 4 in the dollar, and then another high to complete a double zigzag. That's what we are expecting in cable. But remember, we are holding the bias on the dollar because we believe that the dollar, that the cable count, which is the clearest one, is the one that goes with the dollar in the nesting, that goes with the euro in a B-way triangle, and the S&P with the bottom in place. I don't know how Aussie is going to incorporate right there, but then Aussie needs to make a flat, and New Zealand needs to make a flat. That's how we see it. Now, the CAD trade also is very interesting. It looks corrected from the top, and you have to play two scenarios here. Either you have, in the C way, you have 1, 2, and then you are in the B4, or you have a nesting when you have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you have 2 more lows coming in within the CAD trade. Again, everything is on the air when it comes to anything is on the air when it comes to the longer time frame or the biggest time frame. But something that I know for sure is that the risk trade has more to the upside at the beginning of this week. That's something that's my message, and that's the only thing I care. You can sell the dollar against any pair and should come as a winning trade. That's my message for today, guys. Now, any question about any pairs that you guys want to cover? Okay, EuroCAD. The EuroCAD, I'm bullish on that pair. And I've been bullish on that pair when the worst was coming to the end. We did a video on here saying why we believe that that pair is going to be bullish. Again, if you take a look at the EuroCAD on the daily, this is where we are. We finished at 1. It's been an amazing run. Frustrating like nothing. This is amazing. But this looks like a flat. Right here looks like a flat. But this pair, when it's topping, is very clear. I can see 5 swing here, and we're favoring a flat, but bullish. Bullish against 134. I know there's 600 picks out, but bullish against 134. I was thinking that's a tough question. I believe so. I believe so. That it has a downside. That all depends on the euro dollar. If you take a look in the 1 hour, look at this. In the 1 hour, look at this. That's why sometimes trading the crosses, they are painful. A friend or a client, I don't remember who told me once, that he doesn't like trading crosses. I don't remember who said that to me. Somebody said that to me. It's because it's frustrating. Look at this. Look at this. It looks corrective, no question about it. The best count I can come is A, B, C, A, a triangle B, something like that, with a B way into the B way triangle, and C, and should trade lower. I see 5 way from the top here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the thing is that this is sideways corrective, and I believe it's in a flat with the C waves coming down. I would sell it if I'm going to sell it. Or this can be something like a B way triangle. When you have A, B, C, but it's corrective, sideways, no question about it. But it's frustrated. This is a frustrated trade. I remember that we were trying to sell in here. Remember, guys? We canceled the trade, powerful to the upside, and then, boom, a stop before the high and drop. That's amazing. Look at the outtrend candles. Amazing candles. That's what we see right there on the Euro CAD. Euro pound, 1 second. Euro pound, we like it higher. We believe that is an ABC, that this is B, unless it's going to get into the flat. But this looks very important, and it works pretty well with the FIBO levels. So that's why we are a long Euro pound trade, buying around. The position that we buy now is 87, 81, I believe, is the average. So we are right there, and we're expecting higher in this pair. We're expecting higher risk for the beginning of the week. I think that the dollar is going to consolidate and then it's going to trade higher. That's my humble opinion. Now, in the 4 hour on the euro pound, what it said? The cable Aussie, 1 second, because okay, this is what we like on the euro pound, reaching 89, according to Elliott Wave. This can be a possible nest, and this pair is like this. Look what he did right here. 1, 2, 1, 2 overlap, and then higher. So I like it higher. This looks like a wave 3. I like it higher. So you say in what time frame, Ed? You don't know. That's a good one. This is the monthly. Let me see the weekly. 1 second. Looks like a cycle is coming to the end. So in some degrees, the outlet, the cable. I got it. I mean, it looks like cable is going to outrun Aussie pretty soon. The same with the Euro Aussie. Remember that we've been talking about the Euro Aussie? I don't know. I am getting a read of the weak Aussie. Yeah. Yeah, there is divergency there. I don't know. I'm getting a read. It looks like this move from here is coming to the end pretty soon. Or at least a wave 3 is coming to the end, which is telling me that it's going to be strong to the upside. But I think that the best scenario for that, what you're trying to say, Ed, is the Euro Aussie. Look, it's about the same structure right there. You see, and that's why we haven't sent the trade. We haven't sent the trade, but we're waiting and waiting. We have 2 long trades and the dollar yen and the Euro Aussie that we're waiting because we see weakness within the Aussie all over. And copper, remember, copper, you have to wait because all we did is 3 ways in metals. And from here, you can notice 1, 2, 3, 4, a cycle ended here. And then that's why we believe that this pair is correcting this cycle, and this pair is going to go to around here, 48.64, when the euro is going to outrun Aussie. And you can see that structure in every pair against the Aussie. Either you can see it in Euro Aussie, cable or pound Aussie, every pair showing the weakness that is coming on the Aussie. So that's why still I can look at it at the flat on the Aussie. I'm waiting on the long time frame. I'm waiting. To be honest with you. I'm waiting there, but it's very possible. Everything is possible, to be honest with you. Now, let me show you this pair, which is the dollar yen. This is what we're expecting. A move. I like this area, and I've been waiting for this area for a long time, which is the 74.56, 75.20 area. And I believe from there, the dollar is gonna outrun the yen to the upside. So this goes pretty well too also with the triangle on the euro. with this triangle, because when the dollar around the yen, I don't know, because sometimes that seems like risk on. And again, this is our principal count on the euro, this one right here. I don't want you guys to get confused. I want you guys to be smart about it. A, and then A, B, C, D, E. We are in the D way that can go, then the E way that can top between 140, 143.50, 145.28. Now the euro on the small time frame, 1 second. I don't know what happened with this signal. We favor and steer discount. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. But this is getting too big. But don't get surprised to see this. 3, 4, and 5. So don't get surprised to see that. That's what we favor in the middle. Any other question, guys? The dollar can be any of the three plays. And before I let you guys go, let me show you this and why I believe I'm going to be the only one in the whole world. But don't get surprised to this. If this is what's happening, this wave 4 triangle on the dollar, look at the move, is dollar weakness, a lot of dollar weakness, and then 3 backs. All right? If that's what's going to happen, this count on the euro dollar not this one. This count on the euro dollar can be in place. And I see people calling for many things, including crash. And this can be the case, guys. I don't know, something's telling me. It's not supported by many things, but it's not denied. And then you're going to get a print about 160 and then the decline on the dollar. This, the declines on the euro. This can be the case, and the euro finish a double zigzag from this area. You see W or A, B, C, W, S, A, B, and the C. That can be the play. So no bias. Anything is possible out of the 3 counts that we're showing you guys. Anything is possible. Either the big wave triangle, euro yen, yes. Big wave triangle, any the biggest triangle, or the flat. I think that one of those counts is the one in place. The euro yen is supporting. That's why we're favoring the most bearish one, because this is better supported by many pairs, including the euro yen. When you have this count, that you have A, B, it looks like A, B, and this pair is going to go for 83. That's why we're still supporting that scenario. Small time frame. In a small time frame, we got this. We got A, B, Z with a B wave triangle, and then 1, 2, and has more outside to minimum. I think that this pair is looking for either 109 or 111, but more upside also in the euro yen. Any other question? So risk on, guys, at the beginning of the week. any 3 ways against the dollar should be bought, or should be sold, you better say. S&P, 1 second, small time frame. Something wrong with this now. Look, the gaps. Usually they don't show the gap. That work? S&P, we believe that it did 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's why we still favoring being in wave 4 or 3, because S&P looks to be in that degree. And then risk on to around 1300, 1348 is the ideal level. 1300 is the 76.4 of the decline. That's what we like in S&P. Right there. Any other pairs? I think we cover almost everything. Thank you. Are you a trial member? I don't remember you. Yes. No, even more, Anil. The phone is going to trade the trades that we do on the servers and more trades. I mean, believe me, on the servers we are very conservative. And, I mean, because technically we cannot do, Amir, that we cannot do a proper money management with the service, because yeah, in some degrees we manage right there, but we don't know how people trade, which degree of leverage, margins, you know. But no, I mean, it's kind of, but it's not the same. Every trader is different, and as much as we try to communicate and present our idea with the service, it's not the same. Yeah, it's open to anyone. You have to fill out the application. Like we say, I mean, it's a partnership. Jeng is the one that is registered and everything. I'm the Elliott Wave guide, and he's the one that is registered. So he used Elliott Wave forecast to as a consulting. I mean, that's everything right there. Look. I think it's right here when he said, you see, you see that he said that he has a partnership with EME Processing and Consulting and ElliottWaveForecast.com. So all you guys, the one that I want to do, all you guys need to do is go right here to when it says service, and depending which way you live. Yeah, just call me. Call me and James. And then right here, depends on where you live, you open your account. Everything is with Gain Capital. It should be ready. The only thing that we have that he doesn't have ready yet is on the phone. You see the disclosures. It's a bunch of disclosure here, because this is completely by the book. It's nothing funny here. This is like it has to be. It's been taking us about 6 months to be. And then the disclosures that you need to request when you open an account is the one that you see. Let's say that you are a UK account. You need to request the disclosure document. That's the only piece that is not ready. We're waiting, but you can open an account and everything already. That we're waiting for the NFA to get the final approval. But you say you're going to open an account, you go to right here when it says you can management account, and then you fill out this account with Gain Capital. And then you deposit the money is totally liquid. we cannot touch your money, money-wise. The only thing that, yeah, just call me private. Look, this is very simple. He's gonna use Elliott Wave Forecast signal. That's a partnership about it. We're gonna be the signal provider to the fund. You follow me? Now, I put it like this. If you go over the trades, the performance trades, over the last 10 months, we are around 3,000 picks between 28. Yeah, the analysis, yeah. We are about 3,000 picks since last October. So technically, Amir, you need to do the math. Let's say that you trade with a 3% margin. In other words, that if you have $10,000, every pick is going to worth $3 to you. You follow me? You guys follow me, right? That means that you should bid with a 10,000 account, you should bid $9,000 positive in the fund. In other words, a 90% return in a year of your money. And this is public. I mean, this is something that I got clients there that have been for the whole year, like Raji, DV. You guys know that there is no a single pit of cheating here. This is public. As soon as the trades come, either good or bad, is reflected there. So, I mean, I would be more than happy. The commissions, guys, all the stuff, you can talk to James and only the signal provided. But, you know, James, let me put to you guys this is, guys, heard me here, DV, Raji, how can I get James online Skype signal? A profile. How do I get a profile? There you go. I got it here. I mean, I think that in the disclosure, everything is going to be there. But I will put a message and I'll let you know. So you can contact him and he's going to explain to you guys everything. I mean, everything is explained. Go to the website on the phone when everything, we're going to let you guys know when everything is ready, but we should be ready. The phone should be ready before Wednesday, according to what James told me just today. I was talking to him early today. But it's great, man. With a busy guy, I mean, you know, Anil, it's great. I mean, the signals are the same. And probably last year, there was a 90% return right there. 90% of the money in 1 year, I believe is pretty good. Don't you think so? In a place that everyone lose money. Of course, there's going to be better month. Look, October hasn't been that good. I don't know yet. We have 2 open trade. We are like a 200 pick positive. And it's not a good trade, a good month. We lost the cat trade. Yeah, that's very professional. Don't worry about it. That's very professional there. Yeah, just direct message me, either me or James later. And you can call me or James. But remember, guys, the phone is James and the website. So, but technically, we are a partnership. He's the one registered with NFA or anything. And just, I'm going to get registered later on during the year. But the thing is that we cannot do it together because, I mean, it's too much. So we decided that he's going to take over that part and then when everything is running in the phone, I mean, we're going to hire people to work also on the website in the future. It's going to be huge. Yeah, or you can direct me in the sky. It's better. Whatever you want. Okay, guys, any question? I mean, it's like this, guys. We've been trading. We promise you guys that we're going to change some degrees the trading system, so provide more trades to you guys. Me and James, we've been trading. We trade almost in some degrees or the other. Not every day, because sometimes you don't trade every day, but very active. But there are different type of trades, and there are different degrees of trades. It's like, this is a great example. And I remember Ed asked me this question. I agree. Ryan is amazing, my friend. Where you live, Ryan, UK or the States? Hmm? It's amazing, the regulations with the NFA. You guys have no idea. Of course, my friend, just call me and you come here, you visit me. That's great, man. I love that. I love. Just let me know when you're going to be here. And that's the beauty of this. Because, guys, Ryan is telling that he's going to be here in this Miami at the end of the year. And then that's the beauty that, like me going to UK, to many places, I have to visit UK. I have many friends in UK. It's not the same that when you go someplace and you don't know somebody. No, just let me know, Ryan. So it's amazing that, nah, London is not better than Miami, my friend. Come on. Look, last week, I remember when the market was here, we were saying, looks like an ending diagonal. Looks like an ending diagonal. I remember because you guys need to notice my language, I was let you guys know about selling the euro. Because I knew that no matter what it is, the euro is going to drop. No, it was around here. Because of the way it's structured. And that's exactly what it did. Now, when it was here, we say we don't like the structure of the drop, the way they are not clear. I saw the euro personally. I saw it here at 139. What was the rate, DV? 139.40, right? 139.35. And at the euro at 139.70. We didn't stop about the diagonal. I cash 150 trade, 150 pips. Now, we don't send that trade on the publics, but we do that trade if the phone was in place. That's the message I need. Oh my God. Yeah, that's what Lewis is saying there. It's saying there that for a public trade, average over 200 picks a month, for the public signer, providing signals, average over 200 picks a month, and be conservative, you can get better than that. That's what I say. And you know what, guys? Sometimes I get mad because many people, they want more and more and more. Guys, you don't have an idea what it takes to be a winner in this forex trade market. I mean, that's not easy to be be a winner and being conservative. Yeah, because you can become a cowboy You can be trading every swing. Guess it. At the end, you're going to be losing more than what you win. If I was a trader and I have a service that provides me 20 pairs, yeah, you can ask any question. Yes, that's all. That for the last year, every trade that we have taken is here. You can go back. If you go right here, yeah, show to members. Like you see right now, the two trades, the euro dollar and the euro pound are there, but after they were executed on the members. You can come right here and you can see every trade, every single trade that we have taken for the last year right there. But you make money. If I was a client and I have a service that give me for 150 bucks, 2 seminars a week, a daily video, intraday video, technical a day, Forex overview, and also give me 3,000 picks in a year for $150, and you can make your own trades. You don't have to wait for us, like Isa does, like many of you guys does. Now, we provide you don't lose in trades. But if we're telling you, like we did the other day, don't sell this, don't take size, because put it like this, from Monday to Wednesday, there were no trades on the service because it wasn't clear. But you have 2 trades now because it's clear. That's the message. We cannot be trading with you every single move of this market. Because I don't know if you're going to enter with a $10,000 account, you're going to enter with 10 standard lots. I don't know. That's how it is. Any other question, guys? Yeah, those trades are the ones shown to members. Yes. But there is 3,000 picks in profit right there. Almost 3,000 picks in profit. Remember, I got a friend, very popular guy, an all-star in trading. Louis knows TJ. He just joined Aspen Trader. That's a service, and they run a phone too. And they provide signals. Guess what? For the last 5 years, Louis, do you know how many trades, how many picks deposited, Louis, for the last 5 years? You know that, right? About 5,000 for the last 5 years. They are very conservative because I believe that any professional trader needs to be, in some degrees, conservative. That's decent. Exactly. 95% of the traders or even more lose the money. And when you see professionals being 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 picks in a year basis, that's telling you that, guess what? That's the way to do. Those cowboys that you see on Twitter that they say, buy the euro here. 5 minutes later, sell the euro here. They're going to go out of market sooner than later. In my opinion, all you need in a month is 150 picks. It's simple math, guys. If you trade with $1,000, with $10,000, and then each, exactly, you know what I'm talking about it. $10,000 at $3 a pip, $3 a pip, if you get 2 swing trades, average $120 a pip, $120 picks, you make $7,000 to $800 a month. That means that you make 8 to 10% dollars in a month with 2 trades. If you take 5 or 6 and you win with a ratio, you win 3 or 4, and you lose 2 or 3, you're going to be able to make $500, 500 pigs. You make 1,500 out of 1,000. You make 15% in a month. That's good, guys. A bank pay you 3% in a year. So that's the message that I'm saying, that nobody want to get it. These forms, yeah, you're going to get it for Twitter. You're going to get it email, Twitter, and Skype. You need to follow us in Twitter and here also. Now, in the phone, the way this phone is structured according to Jen, clients, they're going to make the 80%, I believe, of the profit. Think about it. If you have 10,000 and you make 2,000 in a month, at 20%, you keep as a client 1,600, and the fund manager, in this case, Jens, is going to make 400. I think that that's how it is. Don't get my word. I think that's how it is. It's good. Something like that. I don't know. We need to ask him. He's going to do that. It is good. Yes. You don't do nothing. And you know you're going to make money at the end of the year. Because the other funds, like the big AG fund, is all the way around. They take the 100, the 80%, and they pay you the 20. Yeah, let's talk. Yeah, call me. Okay, guys, that is nice. Hey, Louis, you see the cat? They made it, man. They made it. The St. Louis Cardinal. I'm happy for them. But I'm sad because Texas lost again, man. Okay, guys, so let's leave it there. Recording is going to be later on today. And here, you can call me on the Skype if you want to later. All right? Let's leave it there, guys.